This is a video on sequences and the nth term. The first one is an algebraic expression and asks for the first 5 terms. For the first term, the n becomes the number 1. What you do is you do 1 squared first, which is 1. Then you times it by 3, so it becomes 3. You add n. It's the first term, so n is still 1. And it tells us to add 1 more. So my answer for my first term, 3, add 1, is 5. For my second term, n becomes 2, because it's the second term. So, we're putting n as 2 into here and here. 2 squared is 4, it means 2 times 2. Triple that, it's 12. Add on the second term, so n is 2, and it tells me to add on 1 more. 12, add 2, add 1 is 15. For my next term, n becomes 3. So again, you must do the powers first. So we get 3 squared, which is 9, times by 3 is 27. We're adding on n, and because it's the third term, n is 3. Then it tells me to add on 1 more. 27, add 3, add 1 is 31. For my fourth term, I'm going to speed it up slightly now. 4 squared is 16, times 3 is 48, plus the fourth term, which is 4, plus 1 gives you 53. And finally, the last term, you do 5 squared, which is 25, times it by 3 is 75, add 5, because it's the fifth term, so n is 5, add 1 makes 81. That's how you find a sequence from an algebraic expression. The second question you were asked to do is to find the nth term. You look how the sequence is progressing. It's progressing by going down by 4 every time. If it goes down by 4 every time, you write minus 4n, which is the minus 4 times table. Minus 4, minus 8, and so on. You then look at what your sequence is telling you at the moment. It's telling you starting with minus 4, but in fact you want to start with a positive 10. So you're on minus 4 and you want to be on 10. You imagine a line starting at minus 4, wanting to be at 10. You can clearly see you go up, which is plus, and the distance from here to here is 4, here to here is 10, so the whole distance is 14. So my answer is minus 4n plus 14. That is my answer to the nth term. For the last question, it asks you for the 200th term. For the 200th term, the n represents the term, i.e. for the first one it's 1, for the second one it's 2, etc. So for the 200th term, n becomes 200. This means minus 4 lots of that, so you do minus 4 times 200. I write mine in brackets to show that. And then you add on 14. Minus 4 times 200 is minus 800. Add 14. Common mistake here is getting 814. It is not. If you think about what you're doing, you're starting at minus 800 and you're adding 14, which means you're actually going up nearer to 0. So the number 800 actually gets lower down because it's getting closer to 0. So think of doing 800 take away 14, which is 786. But obviously, you're still going to be negative, so it's minus 786. Okay, stop recording, please.